Taurus, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. Oh, you're going to take action on something. This is a message for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising sign, and it's an energy reading. So take it where and how it resonates in your life. It is your message. And if you're not a Taurus and this popped up on your feed, it's absolutely your message. Because you have to call it into you. And it comes to you at just the right time. And this is where your message begins. You're going to take action on something. It's time. It's time to do. It's not time to think. It's time to just take action. Follow your passion. Follow your inspiration. Trust it. Now, there's also the King of Wands. So there's a more mature way to go about this, but there's also a sense of determination, certainty, action, certainty in action. There's also a sense of maturing. I think it's almost like I just heard break through a wall. Because look at what we got. We got intuitively understanding and knowing, and then which is the High Priestess. Almost certain, or you knew this was going to happen, coming down. Breaking through or crumbling. Or let's rewind. This could be the whole sensation of, I knew this was going to happen. I knew that this was going to come to an end. Somehow I knew that this was just not built to last. And with all that fire energy, I would agree that that could be absolutely what you're experiencing. Something that was not built to last. And Taurus, that doesn't really work for you because you like things to be built to last. And this would have been quick and passionate, but ultimately one and done, over with kind of energy, and it all falls down. Do you know what it's like? It's like a fireball. It's like a fireball came and just absolutely irradiated something. And ultimately, I think you knew somehow that that's really what your experience was about. It was about something had to come and end it. And it had to end with a bang. And if you don't know or hasn't happened yet, this is going to end with a bang. And it's inevitable. And ultimately, that's okay, because on some level, I know this because the High Priestess showed up. You intuitively knew this was going to happen, and this is what had to happen in order for something to be broken down or for the wall to be broken through, right? It just had to happen. So what is it? What is happening? Let's see. God, what is it? What is it? What is happening? We have Temperance. So this is Sagittarius energy. Are you dealing with Sagittarius? What's happening is finding an equilibrium. So clearly there's something in your life that there had to be a huge impact just to balance out on the other side of it. Just to make something work. Finding a way, or expansion and growth. That's what's happening. You couldn't stay the same. You couldn't. And so something had to happen to help you figure things out. I need more. Of course, we need more. Clarify for me, please. There's a way forward here. There was a disappointment. God wants you to know that your disappointment was made or was designed to liberate you. Your disappointment was designed to liberate you. But something is going to end in disappointment. Because what this situation was about was not about what it was not about what you want. It was about paving the way for what you want. This wall had to come down. Something had to make you crumble, or something in your life had to crumble in order to make space. Or it's like renovation. Break a hole in this wall that was holding you in. It had to break through in order to give you space to grow. You had to expand. And that's why this is happening, because expansion was necessary. And this disappointment was this doorway to the next step, to moving forward and seeing your way onward, even to planning or realizing, rationalizing, and understanding, or figuring out what to do with this disappointment. Okay? Ooh, wow. I've just been getting so much interesting energy lately. Where are we headed? Where is as Taurus supposed to go? Definitely a more peaceful place. Definitely a more peaceful situation. To a calm. To an inner peace. Maybe to some sort of clarity or communication or comprehension. A breakthrough of sorts. But breathe means there's breath here. There's words. I think somebody may be coming forward to make peace, make amends. Or to be finally given the opportunity to make peace and make amends. Let's just sit with that for a second. I have to ask a question. Is something over, God? Is something over? No. The Seven of Swords is here. It means there's still a lot that needs to be returned. There is confusion here. There is, I'll tell you this right now, there's intentional distraction and redirection or misdirection, because we have these two cards, 7-7, not great energy. It's almost like maybe somebody is trying to distract themselves from the fact that they know they're being taken advantage of, or there's confusion here. There's almost like a smoke screen that's happening to keep somebody's eyes off the fact that there's something else going on underneath the surface. Or it needed to be talked about. Right? So there's still more to be worked through here. How do we do that? How does that happen for Taurus? How does that happen? DMs, text messages, maybe short phone calls of sorts. The Emperor energy is here. Somebody with a great deal of power could have taken a great deal of advantage. Really taken advantage and hurt, almost like a bully. The Emperor is here. It's almost like somebody went up against... No. The Emperor is here. You know, it's weird. It's almost like you thought one thing was going to go happen and then another one happens. And you're going to end up disappointed anyway. And I hate that you're having to go through this, but I also want you to know the reason why you're going through it is to offer clarity on something that I think you didn't want to see, or that you wanted to hope for the best. And honestly, it's not going to happen that way. Now, Libra had a very similar reading. And it's because you're both ruled by Venus, and Venus is in retrograde, and it just retrograded back into Pisces. And there's a lack of clarity completely, almost like self-deceptive. This energy of needing to reevaluate what you valued, because what you valued, a lot of it was fantastical. A lot of it was never going to be true. And it's hard because now you're taking away the delusion that offered you some sort of comfort and hope. And you know, sometimes you need to believe in dreams, just to believe in something. But to get lost in them and mistake them for something that's real. That's what God's trying to wake you up from. Because this was never going to happen. It's almost like you had to take action on something to see for yourself that it was never going to work. That's what I'm picking up. We're going to keep going. Remember, guys, if you're looking for personal readings, I do provide those, but only through my website. And that's www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. And you can book and schedule through my website only. And then don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And then ring that notification bell and select all notifications. That way you will get notified when I go live. And this is the only place I do live public tarot card readings. Okay? Great. Why? I think Taurus just needs to know, where do we go from here? Why? Happiness, abundance. What really makes you happy? This is family. This is family. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. But why do we have to go through all this craziness? This is you. Well, the why is that this is what you desired. This is what you wanted. This is what you cared about. This is what you mean to establish. But is this something that will really happen for Taurus? Is this something that will really happen for Taurus? Yes. There's an offer of love. There's an offer of hope. There's an offer of kindness here. There's an offer. You've got to let go. God is saying this to you. You don't have control over this situation, and you have to accept that. I think maybe the deception then was you thought you could take action and make something happen, and you can't. Patience is the only way here. Relinquishing control. Leaving yourself totally vulnerable, knowing that you're not the one that gets to choose. Or seeing the way something plays out so that you can understand better what the right choice is. God is saying that this is not the time to decide, or that for the next 4 days, you might not get an answer, you might not get a response, you might not get anything. But somebody is contemplating. Somebody is asking themselves, how do I feel? And they're starting to look at things in a different way, from a different perspective. That's what I know from the card so far. Let's see what the Moon card has to reveal. A win-win outcome is forecast. I don't know if you know the significance of this, but let me explain it to you. This is a full moon in Libra. The significance is that we're about to have a full moon in Libra. It's going to be around the 13th or the 14th of this month of April. So you're going to get a date. And I don't mean somebody's making a date with you. I said that's a date. There is a full moon in Libra coming up. And there is going to be an equilibrium struck. There is going to be somebody honoring you or contributing as much as you do, or something fair that finally happens for you. Especially when it comes in sort of a decision-making process. So allow yourself to be disappointed right now. Allow yourself to honor your process right now. Feel what you feel. Because around April 13th on the Libra full moon, there is a win-win outcome. A way to make something work. And what is that, God? To close up a cycle and finish things out. To be done, but to be completed. To complete something. To close out one chapter in your life and be able to move on to another. And I think all this really was leading up to that. It was leading up to the fact that you realize everything is good. And we all end up where we should and with whom we should. Let's get more details. I'll see you in the extended.